Oh, hi. It's me, Calvin Welder. We're being a slacker. So, it is currently 9:45 on Monday evening. There's no Tuesday video yet as of this recording. Because we are a piece of shit. So, we're going to be going through this cave. We're going to get to Lavender Town. We're going to do big things. Big things. Quick review of the team. Killicroc the Butterfree. Primarily our psychic Pokemon for the most part with the confusion. Scarecrow, the strong, independent Gyarados, still knows Splash though. Firefly, our Charmeleon. Mr. Beakman. The Penguin, who has Dig, so I'm gonna have to remember that if I ever want to look at his stats. Our Diglett. And Poison Ivy. Our Gloom, who will be turned into a Vileplume at the first opportunity that we can make. We don't have Flash. We don't give a fuck. Don't know where I'm going. Don't have the map in front of me right now. Pokemon fight. Ready, go. What have I done in the past 3 days? Not a lot. I built a... So this was supposed to be a test run to make a portable miniatures painting station where I could put all my little paints and some brushes, tools, etc. and so I can take hobby stuff with me on the go. Because my Kickstarter that I kicked into is well behind, and the people who are in charge of that Kickstarter decided that during all this, this is a great time for us to move our entire operation across the country 1,200 miles. And then they're saying things like, oh, we lost our dog and we lost an important family member in a week. And I understand when it rains, it pours. Stuff like that does happen. I just find it kind of suspicious when right after you get something like $250,000 worth of funds shipped to you, that's when you decide to move everything. And that's when everybody's dying. I'm not saying it's impossible for it to have happened, but maybe I'm just a cynic. So I have a tough time not seeing the coincidence, you know? Yeah. So I might not even get that. I don't know. If I get it, cool. I haven't, spoken poorly on the Kickstarter's comment page or sent them any emails or anything like that, because I acknowledge Kickstarter's kind of a crapshoot. I will say that all of my Kickstarters up to this point have been delivered on time, or at the very least had far more communication than this one has. But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, tried to build a portable miniatures case to do all my painting, but I don't know where I got the measurements that I did for this build, but this thing ended up being a fucking cabinet, and I don't know how I got there until I was almost done. That said, I learned a lot building it, so if nothing else, something like that, if I made it a bit slimmer, would be perfect for Lady, because she's getting into doing leatherworking, or she would like to. And I got the idea from Adam Savage on the Tested YouTube channel, where he made a bifold door opening kind of leather toolbox, and it looked really sweet. And I was like, oh, if I could scale that down, and that's where I fucked up. I didn't scale it down. That'd be perfect for me to do miniatures with, so I can go down south and visit the Venerable Brian. Which, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch his game. I played that recently. It's called Dunnigan's Trail. It's a Oregon Trail type game set in the D&D fantasy universe. Very pre-alpha right now, but still very fun and amusing. Alright, we got our first catch. Zubat. Our Zubat died. And of course, effective. I think that's a bug move, right? Yeah, we're fine. Sleep. Yeah, sleep powder. I want to know what our ball situation is. A great ball. That's a Pokeball. Very pre-alpha. The game was very pre-alpha, very kind of buggy and interesting. I encountered a couple of neat little things, like I instantly won my 3rd or 4th playthrough because it automatically started me on the 5th day, which is he had it programmed to be a 5-day thing. Alright, Batman opens. We already had a Man-Bat. You're gonna be Two-Face. Goblin, why are you having to do this at a rush with a mere 3 hours, 2.5 hours until it's supposed to go live? Well, that's because my child has been here at the house for the past 72 hours. And I don't know if it's just me, but being a parent and having your kid home for 72 hours straight, that's entirely too much. Needs to be at school. Kid needs to go out and get a job. I'm kinda kidding. It's difficult to do something like this when he's home, because he, as you've seen in I think one of the previous episodes, he will run around and he is yelling. He just doesn't give a fuck. And on some level, I'm kind of fine with that, honestly. He's otherwise a very well-behaved kid. He's just very energetic. Like, I even asked my mother, I'm like, hey, did I ever, like, run around as much as my son does? She's like, not really. Like, you were active, but like, my kid will take a bite of food, run around the house, come back, take another bite of his dinner. It's like he's always got to be redlining more or less for his life. Tired of these slow pokes, man. Yeah, that makes it kind of difficult to do this kind of thing reliably. So what ends up happening is, I'm on a Sunday, the night after everybody goes to bed, I do my recording. So my goal, we'll see how well this works out, is to have enough episodes for this week recorded and done tonight. And then come back Friday while he's at school to record for the next week and hopefully get a decent buffer going, I guess. Ideally, we want enough episodes recorded tonight to make it to next Tuesday. Now, the downside to that method is, I'm a chop would have been pretty cool to have. Karate Chop's crit is absurd. The downside to that is, if something has gone wrong somewhere in the recordings, like the audio is bad, desynchronization with the video, whatever other bullshit that could happen, I'm not realistically gonna be able to fix it until we get 20 episodes in, so you guys are gonna be experiencing that problem. That is the thing I feel like the big YouTubers really have that is a humongous help, is just they reach a stage where they have a team of people. So they have their own editors, they got extra eyes on the projects to where there's less headache on them from the back end side. But I can't really complain. I'm not doing this as a means to make money. I don't want to be the next Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or whatever. I'm just out here trying to be more outgoing, more comfortable talking in general. The only downside to this is it kind of limits the amount of content I can make, and that's kind of a big deal regardless of how you're going to go about this. If you're going to be a Twitch streamer, YouTube streamer, got to be pushing out content for people to enjoy, even if you only have 5 people. Otherwise, you're not really doing anything at all. This is easy enough to do right now. For chancing this, we might lose Killer Croc. Yeah, I didn't know how much damage Confusion would do. Oh, it's super effective, but that didn't do too much. You might be able to keep him in for a battle. Yep, we're fine. I think we're actually a little over leveled for our rival battle, but that's to be expected. We leveled up a fair bit to deal with Lieutenant Surge. And Surge's cap is the same as our rival's cap, so we're going to be a touch over leveled on at least 1 or 2 Pokemon, I'm sure, by the time we get there. Give me that money. Do we have any healing? We do. Go ahead and just get the party healed up. Alright, so we're working on Killer Croc. We're gonna work on getting Scarecrow that last level, and I guess we'll get Mr. Let's put Mr. Beakman in front. Give Mr. Beakman some more XP. Once again, no idea where I'm going right now. Leave me crying. Hurt me, daddy. On that note, I hurt myself a lot. Not like in a self-harm kind of trigger way, but just anytime I go to move or make or build anything, I end up cutting myself, bruising myself, like twisting something wrong. I don't know. And Sir ends up telling me, no hurting yourself. So I told Sir, what, are you gonna come over and do it for me? I can't just not be hurt, sir. In the words of friend Opal, that moment was a little Monka TOS, I think is the emote she has for it, where it's like, eee, cringy. You know what, fuck you. Not you specifically, Opal, but anyone else watching. Y'all knew what you were getting into. We're several episodes deep at this point. What do we bring in against this? I guess Poison Ivy? Yeah. Absorb. 69 HP, nice. I'm now kind of wondering if I remembered to actually put a description and an episode name on Friday night's episode. Because I uploaded all 3 Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays all together. And I figured, alright, I'll do the descriptions later because I was cleaning the house, I had to do dishes, there's a lot of stuff getting done around the house. So I was like, alright, we'll get it processed and going, that way I can come back and do it later. And I'm worried I forgot. I think I did, because we got comments about the war with Lieutenant Surge and all that, so maybe? I'm sure one of you would have yelled at me like, hey, there's no name or description. Mr. Beakman. Beautiful. So we killed Sir's character on Friday night. They made a funny TikTok about it. I will maybe put that in the description if I remember to do so. We're just gonna run. rather than deal with the Geodude. But start of the session, they're like, you know what? I'm okay with this character dying. I want to move on to a new character. This one was kind of a joke character. And then, like, midway through the session, apparently my character gave their character plot development somehow. And I'm like, well, this feels awkward. I'm still gonna kill you. Positive of that, we spent the rest of the evening listening to stuff on the interwebs. I had them listen to the story that I'm pulling that character from. I'm playing a version of a Warhammer 40k character named Jago Sevatarian. He was the first captain of the Night Lord's Legion. Very dry sense of humor, definitely a sociopath, definitely crazy. But he's one of those people that always questions if he's crazy. Or thinks that he is crazy. And then after that, we talked a bunch about D&D. And then I listened to one of their podcasts, Dungeons and Daddies, not a BDSM podcast. I know, not BDSM podcast, y'all have already checked out, not interesting. It's funny if you like dad jokes. If dad jokes are your thing, like it is, it's great. So that was basically a date night with Sir for me, which is nice because I don't get to see them much, and I'm always worried that I am being overly creepy, or I think the thing that I've learned about on TikTok, something called love bombing, and I worry about it doing that because if I like you, I buy you gifts, and like, you know I like you. And that's not even just in a romantic sense, that's just how I am. I like to buy people who make my life on this planet tolerable better. Make them know that I appreciate them and that I'm listening when they mention things that they enjoy. We need to go up. I am just a ball of awkward if all of this hasn't made that clear enough. God damn it, leave me alone, Zubats and Machops and Geoduds. Do I have any repellents? Did I remember to buy repellents? I want to get to Lavender Town, guys. We do have a repel. I'll buy us sometime. Wait a minute. Gotta consult the Helix. Oh Lord Helix. Am I super cringe? Ah, I am. Good to know. Thank you, Helix. Please stop at the rocks. I want to get Mr. Beakman more XP. But I can't do it if you keep throwing rocks. I'm gonna get Scarecrow more XP. Getting away from the cringe that is my feelings. I tried to figure out how to get dual cameras set up so I could do a painting stream for my very first stream in July. Thinking about doing it somewhere between the 17th and the 30th. That's the window I've narrowed down to at this point. Because it'd be much easier, as I stated in other stream or other recordings, to do a painting stream or a hobby stream. Because then I can adjust things on the fly, be more interactive. be a good way for me to get accustomed to that. I think I'm getting better with the... There's something up here? No. I'm getting better with being on camera and trying to look at the camera lens and not at my OBS up here, but like actually look here at you, into your eyeballs, into your souls. I think I'm getting a little bit better each time with not using too many filler words. I know I still use them because I'm still running on the hard disk drive. I don't have the SSD in my head yet. We still gotta get it going at the right RPM to pull the data off. This is where this Jigglypuff's gonna fuck up my life. Okay. I'm so terrified at this point because we just have such terrible luck with anything in the Pidgey line. I know that the Venerable Brian's SO will watch this with him sometimes. Hi. Hope you're doing well, little lady. I don't know nearly as much about Pokemon as you probably do. I'm sure you enjoy yelling at me whenever you catch this. If there's anything else of interest going on in my life. I'm gonna have to pull Mr. Beekman out of the front of the party after this one. I don't really think there is. I ordered some soap from that there Dr. Squatch. I'm waiting for it to fucking get here. They took the money, but the order is still processing, and I'm like, yo, bro, you lucky I don't actually need soap right now? Otherwise, I'd be stankin'. No. Oh, Scarecrow. Can you beat my power? Probably. I have a Gyarados, bro. Gyarados broke. I raised him from a level 5 Magikarp. You don't even know. Yes, get rid of Splash. No sense in having Splash at all. For the Dr. Squatch soaps, however, I pulled, obviously, Lady and Sir to be like, hey, what should I get? Sir being Sir is like, all the rum. Rum. And I'm like, Sir, you don't spend nearly enough time here to have that much control over how I smell. So I ended up getting, I think it's called Bay Rum, Citrus Cedar, and Irish Cream and Whiskey. I think those are the ones I picked. I don't know anymore. It's been a week. I still don't got no soap. Wanted to try it out, see if maybe it made my skin less angry and annoyed. I do have some toys coming. My Big Bad Toy Store order finally came in. Getting me these He-Mans. Still missing a bunch for the WWE Universe. I hate Walmart, man. Like, they should not be allowed to have any exclusives ever. And I'm still missing some of the recent Masters of the Universe stuff. I still need Battle Armor He-Man. The can't remember, the Land Shark, I think is what it's called. Just, it looks like a fucking purple shark vehicle, guys. Clamp Champ. And I think that's it. Alright, we're almost out. I remember this. Don't try anything funny in the dark. I mean, we're like 12. Chill out. What do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Dragon Rage, because fuck it. Like how Dragon Rage, I think, is just the flamethrower animation in Gen 1. Nom 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 bite. I actually need to go to Tower tomorrow. I'm missing some paints. I'm trying to prepare for a wet palette, which was part of the Kickstarter thing I did, but now I'm probably gonna have to make one or buy one just so I can get used to using one. But Games Workshop paints come in these like little pots, and I hate them, but I also love them. It's an abusive relationship. But how they're designed is really questionable. There are other companies that have paint pots like P3, Coat to Arms, and their pots make more sense. But how GW paints work is, and let's see if we can show you. So, kind of see that gap right there between this lip and that. Paint just ends up scooping up behind that little lip there, and then it accumulates in there, and you can kind of see it a little bit. And that makes it to where the pot doesn't shut fully anymore. So then you have an air gap. And then paint just starts drying out and become useless. So I started transferring them to these cute little dropper bottles. It's also what prompted me to want to go ahead and build a portable painting station, because transporting these a lot easier than transporting little pots. Yo, Pokemon, let's start a battle. I want to know how these bitches seeing me when I can't see them. Rage. I did paint one model this week. I painted a Night Goblin Archer. I'm trying out some different schemes before I figure out what I want to paint the entire army that I'm using for Tony. I got this little box of them that's part of a card game that Games Workshop produces. What is it? It's called Underworlds? I can't remember the name of the actual card game, but they changed the starter box you get every like year or so. They give you new models, new cards, etc. But you can still use all your old stuff and just incorporate the new cards if you want. My friend Joe bought one of the starter sets, so I put one of those together and painted it and figure, all right, let me get one for me to add to my collection of games that I don't actually play with anyone. This episode's definitely going to be a bit longer because I don't want to end in the middle of the goddamn cave, so we're going to end after we've exited this cave of death. You play hard. Oh, I've reached my allotment of cringe. I can't. Nope, nope, nope. Be good. Who do we want to switch to the front? Killer Croc, I guess. There's another battle up here somewhere. Yep. No, we won't be too far over. Only a minute or two. So that'll be fine. It means we have a mere 2 hours to get this up and running. Less, actually, but... So here's hoping that it processes in such, And is it full HD when it comes out at midnight? I'm a professional, I swear. Hey, give me this money. We're running out of confusions, though. I don't think any of the powders affect Oddish. Pidgey, however. Pidgey we can poison. We unfortunately don't have anything else that can actively fight back. We'll get the penguin in. The flying type I know, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Where we don't have the type advantage. We do have a level advantage, and they are currently under status effect. The AI tries to use Whirlwind in the middle of trainer battles because they just don't give a fuck. I also need to go to my parents tomorrow, and then Sevi and I are going to do yoga. We started doing the DDP yoga last week, and I skipped the second one just because I was still so sore from the first one, and then I had to help my parents move the next day. Ugh. Oop. It was not pleasant. You know, little things on trying to be more active and what have you. Stowed this away for the Elite Four. Oop. Loop around this trainer. We might need him later. Trying to leave some trainers intact because we're reaching a point where things could get a little bit scary in terms of things that could wipe out our team. So I want to make sure I have some trainers left over that we could go back to if we need to grind up any Pokemon that are new to the team. Alright, we're going to save the game to avoid the mistakes of the past. Fantastic. Alright, y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it happens to be that you are watching this. I love you all. Goodbye.